Yes, you must. I'm smiling. My heart is beating real fast. I just watched one of the best Survivor Series ever. Lane Johnson. First things first. Sting returned. But listen. I go ahead and talk about this Team Cena versus Team Authority, the main event. It was crazy. Well, anyway, I was 3-2. I got 3 of my predictions right, and I got 2 of them wrong. But I won this prediction. I got 3 out of 2. Very excited. But listen, the main event, Team Authority versus Team Cena. Well, guess what? It was a crazy match. Okay, right front was like the first one to get eliminated on their team. And then, after I was in the match, Dolph Ziggler was the final sole survivor. And, he beat 3 of the members in like 2 minutes. And he was just like, shh. And then he beat Rollins like 3 times. He pinned him. The ref was, Triple H pulled the referee out. No. The second time, he knocked the ref out. It's like 3rd time it just didn't happen. No ref was there. And then, about the 4th time, I was like, I was sending tweets through the entire thing, and I'm like, Team Cena won 3 times. This is BS. And guess what? Right when I said that, Sting came out. The lights went dark, and Sting came out, knocked out Triple H, and then he put Dolph Ziggler on top of Rollins, and then 1, 2, 3, Team Cena wins. Team Authority's out of business. I'm excited. Great pay-per-view. Okay, that was awesome. So listen, WrestleMania 31, Sting versus Triple H. Your thoughts? Alright, now listen, that was crazy. My heart beat my fast. I love the pay-per-view. Now let's talk about this. Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose. I lost this prediction. I predicted Dean Ambrose, which Dean Ambrose technically won the match, but Dean Ambrose hit the chair. He hit Bray Wyatt with the chair and made Bray Wyatt win. Bray Wyatt didn't technically win. He won by disqualification, but after the match, Dean Ambrose threw a bunch of chairs on him, threw him through a table. So yeah, it was a great match. A lot of weapons. Not a lot of weapons, but at the end of the match, a lot of weapons after disqualification. Bray Wyatt won. Great match. And then Lost My Doors versus Mizdow and Miz versus Usos versus Stardust and Goldust. I got this prediction right. Everyone in the comments said, Michael, you're so stupid. Why do you think Mizdow and Miz are going to win? I'm like, I don't even know. But I was right about this one. Miz and Mizdow actually won the match. They're the new tag champions. It was awesome. Mizdow, was doing everything the Miz was doing. He was falling, going top rope. It's cool. And then after the match, and actually Miz, Mizdow actually won the match for Miz, and it was really cool. But every single during the match, tag team would be like, oh, I'm tagging Mizdow, and the fans would go crazy. No one ever did. But Mizdow finally tagged himself in, pinned Goldust, I do believe, and became the tag team champions. But the Miz didn't give him tag team champion. The Miz was holding both of them. Like, this is BS. Great match. Then we got AJ versus Nikki. I got this match predicted right. I predicted Nikki Bella. And guess what? It happened. Nikki Bella won. Bray kissed AJ, which was really weird. So at the end of the match, Bray kissed AJ, and then Nikki, the rack attack, and 1, 2, 3, Nikki, new championship, and that match lasted maybe a 5-second. I couldn't take anything out the match. It was very quick. Okay, now this was Mizdow won, Natty, Bray won, Nikki won, Team Cena won. Okay, so Natalya versus Naomi. Natty with Naomi, with Alicia Fox, with Emma versus Layla, Summer Rae, Cameron, and Paige. I actually lost this prediction. I predicted the heels to win because the heels got a more push in this pay-per-view. But guess what? Natty, Naomi, Alicia Fox, and Emma. They actually got the win here. That was a good match. It was kind of boring because nothing really happened in this match. But Natalya and her opponents won. But I think it's all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I got all the matches. But back to Team Cena versus Team Authority. What do I think? A lot of people on Twitter have been saying, Michael, you've been tweeting and everything. What do you think about Sting return? I'm excited. I'm actually kind of hoping, because WWE's kind of pushing The Rock and Triple H WrestleMania 30. But I kind of want to see Sting. But if The Undertaker comes back, I want to see Sting and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. Just because, that's a dream match. Sting and Undertaker. But if The Undertaker doesn't return, if he's just done, I like to see Sting and Triple H. That's like two icons in their own little era. Like Triple H, he ruled the Attitude Era. Sting ruled basically every single era. But speaking of Sting, and I'm kind of glad Sting's back because he didn't do anything in TNA. TNA was just trash for him. So is Hulk Hogan. I'm glad Hulk Hogan and Sting's back in WWE because that's where they actually belong. That's their home. So great match for Team Authority and Team Cena. A lot of, the match in my house, it was like, no, this is bull, crazy, my heart's beating more fast, and I'm like, this is BS. 2 seconds later, I'm like, yeah. You know, it was an exciting match. You know, this has to be one of the that 10-man elimination tag match has to be one of the. It has to go down in top. It will go down the top 5 tag matches ever in history, in wrestling history. I mean, that'll be history. Great match. And even make this pay-per-view better, I got a 3 out of 2. I got 3 matches right. I got 2 matches wrong. I almost had a perfect prediction. This is like one of the I haven't won a prediction video in a long time, and I actually did. So I mean, I predicted Team Cena to win. They did. I predicted Dean Ambrose to win. He lost by disqualification. I predicted Mizdow and Miz to win. They did. I predicted Nikki to win. She did. And I predicted Layla, Summer Rae, Cameron Page to win. They didn't. So I'm 3 out of 2. It was great. It was awesome. No complaints about the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view was great, especially the end of it. You know what I mean? Like it could have been the most worst, you know, pay-per-view ever. It could have been the worst, but the ending of it just made it so much better. But I mean, the pay-per-view wasn't crappy. I mean, I loved any like pay-per-view. Like going back to the Natty and Naomi, Alicia Fox and Emma match. That match was the only kind of boring match that didn't really happen. But you know, other than that, you know, Nikki and AJ, that was kind of my other complaint because it only lasted 5 seconds. AJ should not have deserved to lose her belt in like 5 seconds. But the Lost My Doors, Mizdow, Miz, Uso, Stardust, that was a great match. Bray Wyatt and Ambrose was a great match. Team Cena versus Team Authority, that was just like freaking, oh my god, you know, it was just a shocking, crazy match. I loved the match. It was a crazy and great match. Like I said, this goes down. That tag match goes down. The Team Cena versus Team Authority, it will go down in history as one of the top 5 Survivor Series tag match ever. I mean, that was crazy. And I'm not just talking about a good match. I mean, it was just heart beating, you know, breathtaking, especially the end. Like I knew Sting was returning. I don't know how, but I mean, you know, like I'm like, someone's gonna get hurt on Team Cena and Cena come back. But no one got hurt on Team Cena. But Big Show turned on Team Cena. That was BS. But now Big Show's gonna pay for that, and I hope he does. But you know, when the so this how pay-per-view ended, which I love the ending of the pay-per-view. Triple H, you know, put there was no official, you know, Dolph Ziggler was laid out. Triple H put Rollins on top of Dolph, and he was like, "Come on, get the refs out here." And the crooked ref, Scott Armstrong, I'll call him Scott Armstrong because he's a crooked ref. He came out, and guess what? Before anyone knew, the lights went black like this, and then the little screen, the big screen thing, Sting, the pyro thing, Sting's face came in like a Sting. I knew when the lights went out. I'm like, that's Sting. I just knew he was coming back because if you found him on Twitter, he would say it's Showtime slash. This week it had no slashes. I'm like, yep, he's coming back this week. So I knew he was coming back tonight, but I didn't know when. I thought he was gonna be in the match, but he was actually came in, and I thought he was on turn. I thought he was gonna be on Team Authority, but no, he was like, you know, he stared at Triple H. Triple H stared up back at him. I'm like, this is awesome. Like this is like 2 people in their history in their own kind, you know, doing this one little history thing. It was like Sting, you know, Triple H was awesome, and then Sting, you know, Triple H tried to go for it, you know, Sting ducked and then knocked his butt out. It was awesome, you know, and then Sting put Dolph Ziggler on top of Rollins and said, shh, and then the ref just da 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 da, 1, 2, 3, and then Dolph won for Team Cena. Team Cena is none of Team Cena is the winner, and Team Authority is done. And I love the end of the pay-per-view because the fans went, na, hey, goodbye. So it was awesome. Great pay-per-view, no complaints, you know. I love the main event. It was shocking, and it was just what I needed for the night. Yeah, so Mizdow won. Miz and Mizdow won. Natalia's team won. Bray Wyatt won by DQ. Nikki wins by like a 5-second pinfall on him. Team Cena wins by just a crazy little match. I was 3-2 tonight's pay-per-view. It was nuts. Great pay-per-view. WWE really pulled themselves off. So it's gonna be hard for TLC to pull that off. But like I said, guys, thanks for joining me for this review. Join me December, whatever TLC is. That's gonna be our next prediction, our next review. Love this pay-per-view. WWE, bring us more pay-per-view just like this one. I love you guys.